Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an excellent morning, noon, or night. You're here with Strange Girl 831, and I realize I'm very late for this video. I had planned for this to go up the day after Halloween, because there was no way I was getting it done on Halloween with my little one and her friend. Me, my two friends, and my husband took my friend's kid and my kid out trick-or-treating for like 2.5 hours. I was so done by then. But so I'm not going to skip through and show you all the other ones, because just look at my videos. So this is where we left off in my last video. Honestly, Pennywise, I love how this turned out. This is amazing. I was so proud of myself. My friend thinks it's creepy as shit. It is. And why I decided to draw a clown, a demonic clown at that, when I'm terrified of clowns, I have no idea. And just a little bit of inside info. The reason I'm terrified of clowns is I actually saw the original Pennywise. Saw the original It movie when I was probably about 6. And it scarred me for life. So now we have Michael Myers here. I had so many people requesting me to do him, and I wanted to wait because, oh, there we go, now we can see the shading a little bit more. I wanted to wait just because it was such a simple design that I wanted to keep it in my little list in case I was having a bad day with drawing or I needed to draw something pretty quick. Now, my personal rules kind of flew out the window, as you may have seen from my last video, or, well, you'll see today as well. Of course, my bearded dragon decides he wants to eat right now. Awesome. So, don't mind the crunching in the background. That's my bearded dragon. So, what was I saying about this? Yeah, so this was kind of like a cop-out piece. Couldn't really draw anything. Actually, I don't remember what I was trying to draw that wasn't turning out. So I just fell back to something that I knew I could handle and it wouldn't stress me out. Now, oh, this isn't Inktober. Don't judge me for this. This is Inktober, day 25, and I want to do The Shining. I'll be honest, guys, this piece pisses me off so bad, I just, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I have looked at this piece over and over and over again, trying to figure out like what's wrong with it. Aside from that mouth, though, like, geez. And I'm not very good at drawing facial hair, but actually on camera it doesn't look too bad. So, that aside, I've been looking and looking and looking at this piece, trying to figure out what went wrong, you know, why it's not coming out the way I want it to. And for the life of me, I can't. Like, I realize that his head is quite a bit bigger in proportion than what looks to be his body. But at the same time, if I'd lengthened this out and brought it down in along here and here, yeah, I don't think that would fix the problem. So honestly, guys, let me know what you think. If you can pick up what you kind of, you know what I'm saying. If you can figure out why this is wrong, and why it seems off, let me know. Quick little note about this guy. This was actually a doodle I just did recently. I'm very near the end of this sketchbook, actually. Like, that's still Inktober. There we go. Yeah, so I only have a couple pages left. And sometimes when I do loose sketching, I just like to do it on the back. I started anyway, doing it on the back of like my Inktobers. Because if you look very carefully, can you see it at all? Yeah, okay. Like right in here, some of my pens slightly bleed. And usually it's not super bad. So I'll just draw on the back of it, just a loose sketch. If you follow my Instagram, shameless self-promotion, you saw the line art for this guy, and I think the line art was better, honestly. I don't know. I'll try again eventually. But, yeah, so this was just a random sketch from just a couple days ago. Okay, so we got a lot going on this page. I will explain this, and especially this, in a minute. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this piece. I was really busy that day, so yeah, I just drew something random. That's pretty much the only explanation I have. And I really like the combination of the orange and the red for the shading. I don't like how supple his cheeks are, but whatever. So this was day 26. Okay, Stark, no. Sorry about that, my dog. Okay, so this is going to seem creepy. I am not a stalker. I've been practicing drawing faces for a while, and my phone is my lifeline. I literally do everything on it. So I was watching YouTube videos, and I was watching CJade's videos, like her spooky stories and things like that. And I wanted to draw faces, but I wanted to do it from reference, but I can't play a YouTube video and look up reference photos on my phone. So, aside from this one, I actually meant to erase this before I filmed this video because this looks like a crack addict. So, not that one. But these two were drawn from CJade's. If you haven't checked out her channel, honestly, you should. She does some pretty awesome videos. And, yeah. So, I'm not a stalker, I promise. And if CJade sees this, hey, love your videos, love your creepy stories, keep doing what you do. Now, shall we explain this for a minute? I have had an epidemic in my house of mice in the last probably month and a half. They like to go into the cupboard where I keep my garbage can because I have a dog. They like to go into that cupboard and make a really big mess. And three of them, I ended up catching live and releasing outside. Because my cat is useless. Dinah, I'm talking to you. So, I finally got fed up because this mouse was just making such a disastrous mess, and I just couldn't handle it, and for the life of me, I couldn't get a hold of him. So, we named him Sergio, and I caught him with a mouse trap using well butter. And, then I didn't have the, I guess the balls to check the trap when I heard it go off. So I made my husband do it. And sure enough, he caught a mouse. Poor Sergio. Anyway, random sketches. I'm not even going to bother explaining those. This one was recommended to me from my friend. She was really surprised I hadn't seen this movie because when she brought it up, I had no idea what she was talking about. I liked the piece, honestly. I think this section could be a bit better. Other than that, I'm also kind of wishing I'd gone in and shaded this lollipop with that orangey red shading I did here, and then just leave the rest of it black and white with maybe like a black background. That could have been cool, but I think I was running out of time for this one actually. So let's just get to it. Then I did this. I woke up one morning and I was thinking to myself, oh, it'd be kind of creepy to see a little girl in a very pretty little sundress or whatever with a creepy jack-o'-lantern face. So that's what I drew. I don't have a lot of complaints about this piece, actually. I like how clear and crisp the ropes showed up. Oh, that's right. Actually, one minor complaint. One. So when I was sketching this out and then inking it, I realized I screwed up. Not so much on this side, do you notice it? But more on this side. This rope should be about closer to here and going up that way, because it should be in the middle of the board. Other than that, though, I like it. I think the pen has a really nice texture in her dress. Jack-o'-lantern face is creepy. The hands, actually, surprisingly, are not bad considering I don't draw hands very well. Pardon me. Yeah. This was another random sketch. Honestly, this movie was so cute. I loved it. We do movie nights with my almost 6-year-old daughter now, and we do them every Friday, and we watch this for one of them. And again, I was watching YouTube videos on my phone, and they didn't have people in them. They were just like, I can't remember who I was watching, but they were kind of just, like they had just creepy pictures, kind of, like scenery pictures, but no people. And I was kind of in the drawing mood, so I turned on my TV and scrolled through Netflix till I found something I wanted to draw. And shading's pretty botched here, but whatever. So this is actually a design. There's a little story behind this one. We're almost done, I promise. So, me and my husband, actually, it was this day, on the 26th. I was sketching and he was laughing at me because I was sad that the mouse was dead. And he was laughing at me that I sketched a tombstone. And then I just stopped and he was kind of like, what? And I'm like, why didn't I think of this before? And he goes, what? I'm like, why didn't I think to draw a tombstone before? Like, that's classic Halloween. Classic. Why didn't I think to do it before? And he had the brilliant idea. He came up with this concept, actually. I added the hand because I think it's kind of cool. But he said, oh, well, do something a little more original, like an unmarked grave with a stick made of 2 crosses or something. So that's what I did. Again, another pretty basic design, but honestly, I didn't... this was probably about the point I was starting to get tired of Inktober, and more just getting tired of limiting myself to Halloween-themed things, which is strange because I love Halloween, and I still do. But I just kind of wanted the freedom back. But, yeah. So, anyway, I don't know what to say about this, really. It was a bad day. Yep. Not so much, like, bad emotional day or whatever. I just had a lot of crap I had to do. I had actually completely forgotten about Inktober until probably 8 p.m. that night, like the night of the 30th. And I was really, really, really annoyed because I'd been talking with my girlfriend about the academic strike going on. And her and I are both students, so we're both getting pretty frustrated and pretty annoyed. And for the life of me, I couldn't think of anything to draw except a middle finger. And I don't know if it portrays as such, because, like, it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. But I figured I'd, like, make it into a skeleton hand. I don't know. And then I had so many plans for my last day of Inktober, because I'm like, you know what, it's done. I want to do something big. I want to make it really awesome. And I kind of did that. I ended up having to, a couple more sketches. This is a freehand, I was trying to figure out the body and didn't find anything I liked. So that's just some sketching I was actually doing in training the other day. I had assist training, which is like a mental health first aid type course, but anyway. Right, so on day 31st, I want to do something big and really awesome. I didn't do something big, unfortunately, because I wanted to keep all my Inktobers together in this sketchbook. However, I think it turned out pretty awesome. We'll talk about those in a minute. But, like, really, I honestly love I guess you'd say how fluid this whole thing goes together. This was actually drawn with no reference whatsoever at all. I did look for reference mainly to get like an idea for the monster side. But I couldn't find anything that really spoke to me, and that's how I do my references. If you want a video on how I pick them and stuff like that, let me know down below, and I can do that. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you don't miss it. I love how fluid this came together. And again, his suit, I was kind of annoyed because that marker was dying on me, but it was the only good marker I had for like larger pieces. Yeah, so Halloween Day, I did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the only thing I would change maybe is this mouth, because it looks a little cartoony, but, again, I was sketching, and I want to give a bit of a shout out to, I believe the YouTube name is Super Ray Dazzle. She's an art channel, and I just love her videos, actually. And she did a video recently where she drew 11, and I actually ended up following along using her reference photo that she had on the screen, and just following along. I felt like drawing, but didn't know what to draw. So I figured, why not? Then I also drew the other two. This guy, though. Okay, there is a meme of him. Pardon me. So there's a meme of him that I swear almost everyone's probably seen. And he says something like, oh, she's our friend, so on, she's crazy, whatever it is. Do you know how often I get tagged in that meme? Like, I literally get, the amount of times I got tagged in that meme when it was, like, popular or, like, heavily circulating around social media was insane. Like, yeah. So that caps off my Inktober. I am going to try and have a video up for you guys this weekend, actually, so I can get back into the flow of things. And I'm actually going to do a video about hashtag stand with faculty. So if you want to hear me ramble about that while I draw, I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to draw, but I'm going to draw someone. So anyway, yeah, if you want to see that, keep an eye out for my next video. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.